guys, Ariel over here at Nyth, where today I wanted to do a quick little talk, kind of as a follow-up to answering what do I do when I'm snowed in and bored, which you can go watch. And I get a lot of questions about, isn't a tiny house limiting, and doesn't it, what do you do there? There's so little space. What I do here is the exact same things I have always done in any size of dwelling I have ever lived in. And one of those things is try to make sure that I stay in good physical shape, mostly because there's things I want to be able to do. Not just split my firewood and carry my water and empty my toilet and those kinds of things. I like to go backpacking. I like, and anything I want to do, I'd like to keep my body hopefully strong enough that I can do those things when I want to do them without being injured. So, I am not a fitness instructor, I am not a doctor, I don't pretend to be one. This is just to bring to your attention some things that I have found worked really well for me and are very possible in a tiny house, and don't cost you anything. So I just thought I'd bring them to your attention in case it's something that could also be helpful to you. My favorite way to get exercise, in addition to the fact that my whole life does involve a good bit of physical activity, just by nature of where I live and what I do, is to do something really quick, because I don't love working out. I like being strong. I don't like just like, oh my goodness, I want to go to the gym for the next 4 hours. I'm too lazy for that. So something that's worked really well for me, and you can look up, just Google's your friend, you can find tons and tons of info and studies and the reasons behind it and all of that. I'm not going to get into all that, but something called either a Tabata workout or high intensity interval training, which is often abbreviated to HIIT. Anyway, these things push your body really hard for a brief period of time, and then you quit and take a break. This seems to work really well from my understanding of the science behind it, because there are changes that happen in your body when it's pushed to the limit. It kind of does like a, holy cow, I better get my act together. I might have to do this again, and that was a lot of work. And it seems to produce different changes than if you just run for an hour on a treadmill or run outside for an hour or whatever. The longer, slower things, while there's a lot of benefit to doing them too, to improve your endurance and stuff, I get most of that stuff in my daily life, just moving around and doing stuff. So when I want to do something else, I want to really push myself to try to kind of raise my upper limit of what my body can handle doing. And there are so many ways to do this that are really easy. If you want to, and it builds different muscles, because actually when you exercise, what you're doing is you're tearing apart muscles. You're not building muscles. When you work out and you get sore, or you do whatever, you go for a bike ride and go for a hike or whatever you do, and when you're sore when you're done, it's because you've actually torn the muscle fibers apart. And so because you've created some tears in there, your body heals, just like if you've got a cut on your hand, it would heal up. And it actually makes the muscle stronger as it fills in those tears and heals it up. So when you're working out, what you're actually doing is tearing apart muscle, which is another reason you probably don't want to work out hard every day, because your body needs some time to do that muscle repair. Anyway, so I don't by any means work out every day. I also have been getting very lazy about doing this recently, so this might be an embarrassing demonstration of what I try to do. But my goal is to 2 or 3 times a week do something like this. Now, a really handy tool I've figured out, or that I use, is, and you can download this on your phone, I don't have a smartphone, so I just use my laptop, is Tabata timer. If you just Google Tabata timer, there's lots that pull up. I think this is the first one. It's really easy. What Tabata is you work really hard for 20 seconds, and then you rest for 10 seconds. And you repeat that for 8 rounds, which means you take 4 minutes total. 4 minutes is not a very big chunk of your day. I think this is pretty doable for anybody. And what do you do for the exercise part of that? Anything you want. Anything that gets your heart rate going. For me, I do quite a few different things. Some of the ones that are really easy to do in a tiny house are, I will do push-ups, squats, sit-ups, crunches, you could do step-ups, trying remember my whole list. I'd like to put up a pull-up bar in here sometime because that hanging motion seems really good for the human body, and I don't have anything good to hang in here, and I've just never done anything about it. Lunges, all these things can be done in a very, very minimal space and don't require any equipment other than your own body, which you probably already have. So how this works is if I start this timer, I just hit the little start button, and the very loud guy who I could turn down tells me I've got 10 seconds to get ready from wherever I hit my button to go. Now, it hopefully reminds me that what I'm doing right now, because you lose track once you're breathing hard and you're in the middle of this is the work part. It counts through, and then in a minute here it's going to get to the rest part, and then it's going to go back to work. And after 4 minutes, the timer will give me a buzzer and stop entirely. So it's just an easy way to keep track of what you're doing. See there, now it tells me I'm resting and so on. I'm just going to stop that.
Stopping session.
And now I can restart it. So what this looks like is, let me just show you. What shall I do today since I'm kind of out of shape? Let's demonstrate a couple things. So I try to think of things that work different muscle groups. So one of the things I want to do is keep the whole core of my body strong so that as I'm lifting and carrying and moving and doing things that I don't end up with a serious injury. So squats are one of the really big things. When you squat, it uses, let me show you, so I just perch right there. It uses all these big muscles in your legs and into your core. These are your biggest muscles. And I can already feel them clenched just sitting here. You could do this too, just sitting up against a wall or whatever. I'm not actually sitting on the couch. I'm just propping myself on this front wall of it. You could just hold this for 20 seconds, take a break, go back. That's a good workout too. Or holding planks, anything that involves like your whole muscle, your whole body tension, either there or like this, which I'm not very good at. I should do more of this, and I'm not sure how good I'm doing at that, but you want your whole body from your head to your feet to be level. You don't want to be all really saggy like this, or have your butt up in the air like that. As you get stronger, that gets easier. So let's do sit-ups. I like doing just like a butterfly sit-up because it's the easiest to do. In my house, my little turn the world right side up pillow, this one is really good for that. I like to just put it under my back. They make pillows officially for this. I'm fine with using this or a rolled up towel or whatever. So if I'm going to do my little Tabata for the day. Oh, and if you want to keep score, which is just kind of fun if you like to compete against yourself. Some people that motivates, some that's discouraging. So it's up to you. But because you're going to do 8 rounds here, your score is your lowest number is how people usually do it. So if I can do 47 sit-ups in the first 20 seconds, but 8 rounds later I can only do 2, that's an exaggeration, but if it went like that, your score would officially be 2. So you want to be able to make your body work hard with the breaks in there for a full 4 minutes, which isn't that long, but it gets pretty crazy hard. So let's see how this goes, because I have not done this in way too long.
Starting session.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we're going to say I got 10 there. I could have gone just a little faster, but if I did, I know I'd be totally shot in a few rounds. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm already feeling that actually. And what I'm doing is I'm wanting to make sure my shoulder blades get the whole way down to the floor, so I'm touching my hands there, and then I'm touching my toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there are lots of different ways to do sit-ups. You can tuck your toes under a couch, that kind of thing. This is called generally a butterfly sit-up, I think, and it's one of my favorites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm still holding my pace of 10 for now. We'll see if I get the whole way to the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Rest.
It's also easier if you're resting and not talking to a camera. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Rest.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So that's one Tabata, and I'm hot and breathing a bit hard. That gets my heart rate up and gets me breathing hard. Anything that does that for you will provide benefit to your body as well. Whether you can do 20 sit-ups in those 20 seconds, and that gets you breathing hard and really working, or if you can only do 2, or whatever else. So you can also, if you want the variety, I don't usually do it this way, but you could do 8 different things. 8 different things in one Tabata. Let me see if I can do that just for demonstration. So if we did another one, I'm going to do push-ups. Again, you want to keep your back as straight as you can. I'm going to say 8's about my limit there, and right now I wouldn't be able to hold that for 8 rounds. Next one of my favorites to do is squats. You want to get your knee to parallel and keep your back fairly straight. I'm not quite strong enough to keep mine perfectly straight. Lunges. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, What else did I do? Oh, you can do step-ups. This is a big one. You can step up onto something smaller or bigger. Oh yeah, just holding a squat. So again, I'm not sitting on the couch, I'm just pushing my back against there. You're going to feel this stretching all through here, maybe there. And trying to sit upright, not hunch way over. See if I can hold that for 20 seconds. You can do a plank, and you're just holding your whole core. Burley's busy chewing on his bone. Do burpees, which are one of my least favorite ever. Flat on the ground to a jump. I know that makes you excited. You're no help. No, you're not. Excuse me. Excuse me. I know you think when I'm jumping we're gonna play. Here, you wanna dance? 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 Oh, good boy. Good boy. On the burpees, because Burley wanted to dance. So, you can hold a hang even if you can't do a pull up. I can do this here with my dog licking my feet. Just try to hold that. Try to keep my elbows just, or my shoulder blades just slightly up, not quite fully flexed. So I'm wanting my body up there a little bit, not completely drained down. I think that was 8 things. There we go. So, whew, now I'm good and hot and sweaty. Still a little below zero air in here. Anyway, that gives you an idea of how you can, without paying for a gym membership or having a ton of space or having workout equipment or whatever the case is, do a lot of things to get yourself breathing hard and to keep your body good and strong. And like I said, it doesn't take long at all. You can do 4 minutes. Sometimes if I want, I'll do 2 in a row. I'll do push-ups and I'll do sit-ups, or I'll do squats and I'll do hangs, something like that. I think the most I ever do in a row is 3 different Tabatas. At that point, I don't care what I'm doing, I'm pretty well beat. But even at the long end, that means that takes 12 minutes out of my day. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to change into anything. Somebody asked about workout clothes when I was discussing clothing. I don't wear workout clothes. I just wear one of my skirts because I like to be cool. A cotton t-shirt. If you're not watching, I might wear less. And that's just an easy way to stay fit. So I think I went through 9 different things there that I like to do. There's lots more options. I mean, you can look at whatever. I mean, you could be riding a stationary bike or an outside bike. I don't usually take the time railing, but you could do this when you're running. When I take Burley for a walk, I sprint, run as fast as I can for a sec, and then stop and walk, and then run, and then walk instead of just a steady jog. So all kinds of options. Anything you can think of to do that gets your heart rate up can be done. Well, maybe not everything that you can think of could be done. Lots of things you can think of can be done in a tiny house with no space, no particular equipment, and I'm sure you could get on Google and find lots and lots of other ideas for different body movements if you want to do that. Or if you have a weight or a kettlebell or something, then you can add even more variety with, you know, thrusters or kettlebell swings or that kind of thing, still without having a whole workout equipment. But I try to do that, like I said, 3 times a week maybe. So if I'm taking 8 to 12 minutes 3 times a week and trying to keep my whole body, just like I said, my goal is I'm not trying to be the fittest person out there. I don't really do it for appearance. I'm not really doing it for weight loss. I just want to keep my body strong enough that I'm capable of doing the things that I want to do. So I just thought I'd give you guys a little demonstration that doing that kind of thing is very possible even when you have a relatively small space. Thanks for watching, folks. If you're interested in more info on my off-grid tiny house life, check out some of my other videos here. And if you like what you're seeing, click the little picture of my house to subscribe and then hit the little bell so YouTube actually notifies you every time there's a new video available. See y'all next time.